Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered how to analyze data using standard deviation inside Power BI, you're in the right place. Today, I'll walk you through how to create dynamic measures for standard deviation, mean, and upper and lower control limits in your reports. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to set up these critical metrics so you can spot trends, detect outliers, and make smarter decisions with your data. Alright, let's dive right in. First, let's briefly talk about what standard deviation actually is. Imagine you have a bunch of sales numbers, some days are high, some are low. The mean or average gives you a sense of your typical day. But the standard deviation goes a step further. It tells you how much those numbers are spread out around the mean. If your standard deviation is low, your sales are pretty consistent. If it's high, you've got a lot of variability, some wild swings in the numbers. This metric is your lens for understanding volatility. Now, before you start plugging in formulas, make sure you understand why this matters in real-world terms. Think of the mean like the midpoint on a road trip, and the standard deviation tells you how far off the beaten path you go each day. It highlights risk and irregular patterns that an average alone simply can't reveal. Next, let's talk about the control limits, the upper control limit UCL and lower control limit LCL. These are super practical. Basically, these limits help you set boundaries so you can quickly spot data points that fall outside your expectations, those random super high or super low days. For example, if you're managing inventory, the control limits help you see when stock levels are abnormally high or low, which could indicate issues you need to investigate. Here, how these limits work. You take your mean, then add or subtract a certain number of standard deviations, multiplied by a constant k. That k is your tolerance level. For most scenarios, 1, 2, or 3 are common choices. Pick the one that matches your needs. If your business can handle a bit of variability, maybe stick with k equals 1. If you need tighter control, you might choose k equals 3. So let's set up these calculations directly inside Power BI. Start by creating your measure for the mean. You'll use the average function on your dataset. This gives you that central point. All your other calculations will reference this. Next, create your standard deviation measure using the stdvp or stdvx function, depending on your data type. Just remember, stdvp is for population data, and stdvs is for samples. If you're unsure, most operational data works best with stdvp. Once you have those two measures set, we come to the upper and lower control limits. Here's the formula. The upper control limit is mean plus k times sd, and the lower control limit is mean minus k times sd. Try using k equals 2 for start. It's a nice balance between catching true anomalies without flagging every little wobble in your numbers. Type these into your new measures and you're set. Now when you plot your data, you can quickly see when a data point lands outside those limits. That's your alert to dig deeper. Maybe there's a seasonal spike, a sudden dip, or an error in the dataset. If any of these steps feel tricky or your numbers aren't matching up, don't worry. Pause and double-check your formulas. Sometimes it helps to walk through the calculations with a small sample set just to make sure everything is working as you expect. And that's it. You've now got a powerful set of metrics in Power BI that will make your reports far more insightful and actionable. If this tutorial helped you out, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment with any questions you might have. Don't forget to subscribe for more easy-to-follow Power BI guides and data analytics tips. See you in the next video.